Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be a pouch from Holstery. So I have been running their pouches for quite some time. More specifically, I guess, their Joey pouches, whether it's Big Joey, Little Joey, Joey Pro, Original Joeys. I have 6 or 7 of these. I absolutely love them. That's the kind with the drawstring. I put materials, screws, all those things. That's pretty much my go-to materials bag. That's what I use. Well, the pouch we're going to talk about today is a little bit different. This is called their nickel pouch, and they did send this out to me. I am marking it paid promotion, but I can say whatever I want to within this video. And I've actually had this pouch for probably like a month or so, but it's been sold out, so I was kind of waiting for it to get back in stock before I made a video for it and all those kinds of things. So that way, if it is a good fit for some of you, it will at least be available. And last I checked, it was. So this is going to run you $70. Now that's a little bit steep, probably. A lot of you are going to say that's way too expensive. The Joey pouches are like 30, 40, depends on which one you get, Big Joey, Little Joey, all the pro versions and all those kinds of things. So this is by far their most expensive pouch, but it works different than these. You can put tools in these if you want to. A lot of people I know run their tools in those, but this one's just basically like a tool pouch or a divided spot pouch for you to put some specific stuff in. They're actually marketing this slot right here for a cell phone slot. So this is an iPhone 11. I'm actually filming on my phone, so this is an older phone. But you can see how that fits in there. You don't have to use it for that. That's kind of what they market it for. So that's the big thing, is going to be that price point at $70. But in my opinion, if a pouch works for you, it doesn't really matter what the cost is. If it's going to work for you, it's going to work for you. That's kind of like the Veto MP2X here. This cost me $100, but I would pay $100 for this all day long because I absolutely love it. But this is more of a hand tool pouch. So that's the thing is, yeah, this is $70. I'm almost at that, Veto type money as far as for a pouch. But this one will only hold hand tools, and that's pretty much about it, versus this one will hold hand tools along with some other stuff just because it's a little bit bigger pouch. So maybe this is the better fit for you, especially if you use it kind of in the way that I'm particularly using this. Because over the last few weeks, I was doing a job where I was cutting a lot of door casing, window casing, all those kinds of things. I pretty much have been running this with squares in it, pencils, all sorts of things like that. Tools that I use in carpentry and stuff like that, those aren't going to fit in my MP pouch, but they will fit in this one right here. Here you can see I've got a pencil, a tape measure, I think it's my combination square along with my Martinez square. So just lots of different tools that will fit in this that's not going to fit in your MP pouch. That might be what makes this a better fit for you. Measurement wise, it measures 5 inches this way, 6 inches from top of the pouch to the bottom of the pouch, 2.5 inches in depth, and then the overall pouch is roughly like 10.25 inches depending upon where you measure it from. So it's going to hang a little bit lower based on if you put that on your clip or on your belt with the clip. It does come with this clip only. I do have the Pen Pal, pin on there as well. That does not come on it. I've added that to this pouch along with all my Joey pouches as well. That works within that Pen Pal Pro system I've got a video for. That just basically allows your bag to swing and also locks it into place. Not that you really need the lock if you've got this clipped on. I just like the option for my bag to be able to move with me sometimes, but I can still not use that and use the clip that's on here as well. I like both options. All 3 of these right here hang in the back seat of my truck. These are the ones that I grab the most whenever I'm using my Atlas vest and I'm doing carpentry type work, those kinds of things. The Joey pouches are basically the ones that I bring out instead of bringing out my MP pouches. So again, it has a specific use for me, so you'd have to imagine, what you might would put in it. I'm going to show you a few things. Again, intention behind this pouch right here is a phone. I ran that way for myself. I did put my phone in here sometimes depending upon the work that I'm doing. Other than that, you have 2 pouches up here. Again, use this for whatever you want to. This one's a little bit bigger, and then you have a slot up here. This one's big enough for you to put a tape measure on. Let me grab a tape measure real fast. That's kind of how I use that particular spot right there. But it's also really made to hold any of the Holstery clips or anything else you have that has a clip. You could slide that on there, add your Mag Master, whatever else it might be. Now you do actually get 2 other little slots right in here as well. It doesn't look like it, doesn't feel like it. You're not going to actually be able to fit a whole lot of stuff in there, but if you're carrying like a fastback or something with a belt clip like this right here, or a pocket clip, you can slide that down inside of those and it will go down in there and go in and out. But you're going to have to hit it pretty good, be pretty accurate with it to be able to do that. I don't know if you'd want to do it on a regular basis, but you can do it as far as a loadout if it's a tool you're not going to grab quite that often. Other than that, let me set this down. I'm going to reach around here and grab these other tools, and I'll show you what else you might could fit in there. So again, here I have ran my phone in there before. Mostly, I typically run my little micro square. So this is like a trim square. Maybe you run the Milwaukee ones or whatever. This is the Martinez version. That slides down in there perfectly. I either run this or I might run my DB Sachs one that has this same kind of slot, but this fits down in there well, stays in there. So again, just depends on what job I'm doing. So I can put that in there. Also have a ruler gauge right here. I use this a lot for figuring out depths of stuff. Slide that down in there. Pencils and pens, you could obviously split spot over here, put one in one side. This side up front's a little bit shallower or a little bit skinnier, so you can't really fit a Pica all the way down in there. It will fit back in this back one, so that means this little back pocket here is a little bit wider than this one. So you could put two pencils over here, or an ink Zal would for sure fit in this one. Just can't use something with a holster. Or you could slide these over to this other side, fit both of them over here. And then maybe you carry tools. You could put screwdrivers in this slots. Or you could also reverse it, put the screwdrivers over here. Again, possibilities are endless. You could also take something like a pair of Cobras. So if you actually want to use this for tools, unlike me, you could put a pair of Cobras. They fit over here on this side. This is a pair of 180s. Leave your screwdrivers in there. Let's get rid of all these. Say you want to carry some tools, you want some pliers, so here's some diagonals. Slide those in there. Forged wire strippers, slide those back there. Still broken up, so I've got two screwdrivers, three pairs of pliers really, and I still have a big section up here. Maybe you've got a really small meter. It would have to be a smaller one as far as the thickness of it. My Fluke 324 won't fit in here with having something in these pockets. But again, you could definitely clip you a knife on here along with some other stuff. Maybe you still want to carry a Pica. You could slide a Pica or something in there, flashlight. And again, just more pliers. Let me see if I can find some more real fast. Or here's a big pair of Klein scissors that I could slide up in there. Still got room for something else. Vessel USB screwdriver, throw that in there. So that many tools within there. Again, I don't run mine with tools. Mine's pretty much a carpentry bag, along with my cell phone and stuff like that at times. But you could for sure fit quite a bit in here. Definitely a decent sized pouch. But again, it comes in at that $70 price tag, whereas you could go and buy yourself a Joey pouch. I'd probably get the big Joey if I was going to run tools. But you can still just throw tools and stuff down inside of one of these as well. It's just not quite broken up in the same way. You know, this is going to be one of those, every time you pull a tool out, they're going to move around on you. Maybe one's a little bit deeper, especially like your pliers. So if I put these forged wire strippers in there, I don't have a lot of handle sticking out right there. Versus if I slide them back in here, you know, they're kind of stuck up pretty good to where I can grab those super easy. So different style pouch from Holstery. Definitely a lot different than their Joey pouches. They make really good products. They're also, let me see if I can find it. See if I can get it in the light. Holstery, Idaho, USA. So it is a USA company. I know a lot of you guys like that, so take that in consideration as well on the price. But again, in my opinion, if you're going to run 100% tools, I love my Veto pouches, hand tools, 100%. That's what I'm going to run. I like to use this one right here for my squares, random tools and stuff like that I use in carpentry. But I'm just trying to show you a few different loadouts so that if you're looking at it, you can see your tools in there to help decide if this is the right fit for you. But let me know in the comments below what you think about this one. Let me know what you think about that price as well. And maybe you were one of the lucky people that got it before it kind of sold out and you've had it for quite some time. Give us your feedback down below. Let us know how you're using it, what you're using it for, what you do in your work, and those kinds of things like that. As always, I hope this video helps in some way. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.